Time now for our weekly arts and culture segment. Joining us in the studio is our culture correspondent, Song Yujin. Welcome back, Yujin.
Happy to be back, Jongmin.
What do you have for us today?
Well, Jongmin, as you know, Sweden has been in the spotlight recently, hosting this year's Nobel Prize Award ceremony. That was, of course, attended by Korean author Han Kang, this year's Nobel Prize Literature laureate. But the connection between Sweden and Korea goes far beyond the Nobel stage, as Sweden is emerging as a new hub for Korean culture in Northern Europe. So during my time in Sweden, I had the chance to visit two key institutions in charge of promoting K-culture in the region. The birthplace of ABBA, Spotify, and IKEA. Sweden has long been celebrated for its creativity and cultural innovation. This month, Stockholm became home to the Korea Creative Content Agency Sweden, the agency's first branch in Northern Europe.
We've seen growing interest in K-pop among teens and young adults, with Swedish musicians contributing as songwriters and producers. Given Sweden's global reputation in gaming, with titles like Minecraft and Candy Crush Saga, we plan to focus on collaboration in music and gaming.
Take Stockholm's K-pop non-stop dance academy, for example. Starting with just 2 classes and 20 students in 2015, it has grown to over 15 classes with a community of 200 students.
Before, it was more of a niche thing like K-pop, so it wasn't very widely accepted. It's not only singing and dancing, but it's also like the performance. And I also liked how you get to learn to know the idols more as a person and not just as an artist.
But it's only recent years that this interest has started to flourish. So after opening Northern Europe's first Korean cultural center last year, Sweden has now welcomed KOCCA Sweden, the first Korea Creative Content Agency's branch in the region.
Northern Europe historically had limited access to Korean culture due to its geographic distance and lack of dedicated cultural institutions. But with the rise of digital platforms, people here have begun to explore K-pop, Korean dramas, and more.
The opening of the Korean Cultural Center Sweden last year was a turning point. Since its launch in May 2023, the center has hosted a range of events from K-pop festivals to Korean food seminars, establishing itself as a hub for promoting Korean culture not just in Sweden, but across Northern Europe. Director Lee Kyung-jae says there's a reason why Korean culture is spreading so quickly in Sweden.
Swedes are known for immersing themselves in their interests. For example, instead of simply enjoying kimchi at restaurants, many choose to learn how to make it themselves. Our center is serving as a space where they can share their passions and discover new aspects of Korean culture that are hard to access online.
This passion was evident among the students taking Korean language classes at the center.
You can tell this from the amount of Korean restaurants opening, the amount of Korean foods available in different Asian food stores. There is a bigger interest in Korean music. You can see Korean artists coming to play here.
People are getting more and more interested, and also having this culture institute opening up here as well. I think it's interesting to know more about Korea, because we know a little bit about Korea, but maybe not about a lot of the culture. So it's good to have all the other things that we don't know about Korea, like literature and food.
By bridging cultures, these two institutions are not only strengthening ties between Sweden and Korea, but also laying the foundation for deeper connections between Korea and Northern Europe.
Great stuff.
Thank you.
And the two institutions you mentioned in your report are relatively new. You explained the areas KOCCA Sweden will focus on, but what about the Korean Culture Center?
According to Director Lee, who is the director of the Korean Cultural Center Sweden, the center actually conducted a survey and research to really understand what areas of Korean culture that Sweden people are interested in, and also how people in Sweden engage with culture. And based on this data, they selected 4 areas
areas of focus, which are literature, films, and then, of course, food and handicrafts. And starting with literature, it was a natural choice given Sweden's reputation as the home of the Nobel Prize in Literature and beloved author Astrid Lindgren, who is best known for Pippi Longstocking. And film is another priority as Sweden has a strong movie-going culture with its currency even featuring famous directors and actors. And of course, Korean food remains a favorite among global fans of K-culture, and Sweden is also known for valuing handcrafted works as it's the home country of IKEA. So the center plans to design and run programs centered on these areas to really expand the global or the local appeal of Korean culture in the country and also in Northern Europe.
Our culture correspondent Song Yujin, thanks for the report.
Thank you.